Hi, this is Allegra Knight with Liberation Through Lyme, and you are on GoTarryn TV.
Hey everybody, welcome to today's GoTarryn TV show via Skype. It's Monday, November the 16th, and we're welcoming back again Allegra Knight from Liberation Through Lyme. Allegra, welcome back to GoTarryn TV today.
Thank you so much for having me again.
Well, we haven't seen you since the summer, so now it's the fall season. And first of all, are you having a good fall so far?
I am. I can't believe it's bloody November already. I don't know where this year's gone. It's flown by.
It has, I know. And what about this weather we've been having in Atlanta, too, with all this rain? Are you sick of all the rain yet?
Yeah, I was up in Massachusetts over Halloween weekend, and I'm ready to move up there.
Oh, wow.
It was up in the Berkshires, and it was beautiful and dry, and the leaves were changing, and yeah, I'm trying to talk my husband into moving up there. Not really, kind of, maybe.
Yeah. Wow.
Depends on how many. My friends that live up there, I'm like, okay, and they have a B&B, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna come live up there, and I'm gonna work for food and board, and they're like, okay, and I was like, well, I'm kidding, unless it rains again tomorrow, and it keeps raining, so I'm this much close anyway. But yeah.
Well, that's great. So how has the blog's been going, too, for the Liberation Through Lyme on WordPress? Has it been going well?
I think of all sorts of amazing ideas, and, you know, I actually frequently think about you and how great you are about getting this done and getting this out, and, like, when we're off camera, maybe you can tell me how you managed to get this, like, regulated schedule, because... So, one, I have Lyme disease, so I've got that. And two, I'm just not a schedule-y kind of person. Mm-hmm. So, when I come, like, brilliant ideas, of course, usually in the shower. And, because isn't that the way it goes? Yeah. And so, but then, like, actually getting them written or recorded and out is a, you know, and I'm sure that's not an uncommon tale as far as blogs go, but you're very impressive. I admire you and your discipline with it. So good job.
Thank you, Larry. You're too kind. Well, I appreciate it. Well, that's ironic. You use the word discipline because that's the theme for November for all my clients. And that's the thing. November is the lowest activity usage for fitness centers and for people exercising, and there's a million reasons why. We just went over a few of them just now: the weather, the rain, and you know, and so this
holidays,
yeah,
food,
right, exactly. You can continue
and stress,
yeah.
like mm-hmm. Just thinking about everything that I have to do for my husband has a large family, and if we're hosting Thanksgiving dinner here, you know, it's all that, and then buying gifts and traveling and like people traveling in from out of the area, and you know, and it's awesome. It's all awesome. Like I love spending time with all these people.
Yes.
But it like takes you out of your routine, and you know, then it's like, oh, do I make time to go work out or not? In fact, I'm having that debate, like, so in theory, after this interview, I was going to go rock climbing, but then it's like I got to deal with the bank, and I've got to deal with the work, and the weather's crummy, and I've got other stuff going on tonight, and it's like, so, I mean, honestly, I don't know if I'll make it to the gym or not. I know I will feel so much better if I do.
Yeah.
But I'm human.
You're right, and there's a million distractions. You know, just a few minutes before we started recording on air, you'd gotten a call that I guess it was spontaneous from the vet for your horse. So if it's not one thing, it seems like there can always be something else that ties us up and distracts us during the day.
And I don't even have children. Like, there's frequently when I think, oh my God, if I had children, I'd be hosed. Like, there's no way. Like, y'all who are parents, like, hats off to you, and like managing to make it to the end of the day, because like, yeah, I can barely manage, you know, me, my husband, our animals. It's yeah.
Well, the animals are your babies, though. They are your
They
kids.
are. They're my fur babies. But they don't
Yes.
require like changing of diapers and preschool and soccer lessons and
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I know the costs can incur, and I've talked to our mutual friend Erin, of course, about that, and she knows that.
Oh yeah, Erin's going through a rough time with her pup. So
Yes, I know, and so my heart goes out to her, and just it's just tough. But I have two little kitty cats, and so I know how it is, like vet bills and going to the vet and all that kind of such. That distracts us, and that's where it comes down to discipline. So before we get into that, though, you had mentioned so Thanksgiving. You're having how many people over at your place? Are you planning?
I don't know where which if last year we hosted, we might be hosting again this year. We're
Okay.
in negotiation. We probably should get this figured out soon.
Yeah, yeah.
And it last year, so it can be anywhere from 12 to 18.
Wow, that's a lot, and that's not including the pets.
And that's not including the pets, who
Wow,
sometimes
gosh.
come and sometimes don't come. So
That's amazing. My goodness. Well, that's a lot of planning right there. So, having said all that, and you'd mentioned your rock climbing, how's your personal workouts and fitness going? Because you'd mentioned, if by the way, anybody's watching first time, if they haven't seen you on here, Allegra just mentioned she has Lyme disease.
yeah.
And so anybody who can relate to that, and which is why I'm wearing green, by the way, Allegra. So
Oh,
every
thank
time you
you.
come on here, I will make sure I'm in the theme. Last month we had the lime, that we're eating into, and so tell us how's that going? About the workouts, the rock climbing, and how do you stay disciplined and motivated through this time?
Well, so last time we talked, I can't remember. Had I decided if I was going to reapply for American Ninja Warrior?
Oh yeah, we had talked about that. You were discussing about maybe thinking about doing that. So.
I'm doing it. I'm
Oh,
doing it again.
congratulations! Yeah, that's right.
Thank you.
Actually, I think
So,
yeah, Aaron had mentioned that you were strongly considering. So I'm glad that yeah, we have confirmation you're going to. That's terrific.
yeah,
Good.
so I don't know if you should be congratulating me or like calling up the guys with the white coats that make you hug yourself. Um,
Yeah.
but I'm once a week I'm working out up in Marietta. There's a new gym up there, Ninja Quest.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And it's they got a bunch of guys that have competed on American Ninja Warrior. We're working with Ryan Stratus, who has competed all 7 seasons and has been over to Japan.
Wow,
Uh,
that's so
and
cool.
he's like, we're loving working with him. He's just he. I'm an academic, so I ask so many questions. It's like, well, why am I doing it this way? And
Yeah.
and he's so patient with all my questions. It, I can drive people crazy sometimes. I admit it. But I had a riding trainer once, like, Allegra, you and all your questions. But but for me, it's if I understand it intellectually,
Hmm.
it makes sense. And I'm sure you have clients that are like, well, why do I do a crunch this way, or why
Yeah.
do I do it like, what if I do it this way? And like then you have to kind of break it down and explain it, and it makes for me it makes more sense here, but then also like kinesthetically, is that the right word?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
so we're doing that once a week, and we're getting ready to I've started my written application. We're starting to plan out the video. I've got the script kind of written.
Cool. Okay.
And so you know how Facebook like does like memory thing?
Yeah.
And in October, like the last week of October, it like gave me my memories, and I saw like every October since I moved to Atlanta, I had bronchitis and was dying. Well, according to
Oh
my
yeah.
Facebook status, like
Yeah.
help,
Yeah.
I'm drowning in my own mucus. I
Oh.
might be a little melodramatic,
oh,
but this is the first year that I haven't gotten bronchitis, and
thank
it's not
God.
to say that I haven't like had really bad days and I haven't felt terrible,
Yeah.
but that this is what I'm realizing needs to be my motivation is like, it's gray and wet and lousy out right
Yeah.
now, and I
Yeah.
really don't want to go work out, but I know that by working out, I will feel better
Yeah.
and that I'll feel better tomorrow and I'll be less likely to have a flare tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And and so all of this is so important. So for everybody watching, either with Lyme disease or any type of autoimmune struggle,
Yeah.
movement. And like for me, so I was bedridden for a year and a half, for those that
Mm-hmm.
don't know my backstory. And I started with therapeutic yoga. And it literally was me laying on the yoga mat with my yoga instructor, Heather, moving my limbs and
Mm-hmm.
just like really gentle movements. And like, I thought like just like lifting a weight over my head, I was going to die and like
Mm-hmm.
it would like knock me down for a day or two. But like you do these little baby steps and you just keep going and keep doing it. And that's what's so important is
Mm-hmm.
even if it's a little thing, even if it's just moving. I have a thing called a chi machine where like you put your feet in this cradle and it rocks you back and forth, and so but it rocks your whole body, and so it
Mm-hmm.
moves all that. I think it's synovial fluids. I don't
Mm-hmm.
fluidy things. I'm not a body
No, you're
person.
right. Yeah. Yeah. Certainly.
Uh,
Yeah.
so even something as simple as that, which you can usually find a chi machine on eBay for not a ton of money,
Mm-hmm.
um, but it's or like if you have somebody who loves you enough, they can like hold your ankles and let me see if I can rock you back and forth. Trying to
Yeah.
get to the camera, but yeah. So it's it's tough. It like
Yeah.
it is like you said, there's so many things that get in the way and
Yep.
interrupt it, and it's like, oh, like you've got your like hierarchy of needs, and we always like put exercising down low,
Yeah.
but we don't realize that if we move it up, it makes everything else so much easier.
Mm-hmm.
It helps reduce your stress. It releases all these wonderful endorphins in your
Yeah.
brain, which then makes planning your holiday meal and dealing with your relatives and, shopping. God, I hate going to the mall this time of year.
You and me both. Yes. Mm-hmm.
And it's like all like just it helps everything, and it's one of these kind of like V8 moments where once we do it, we realize how good it was and how much it helped and that it was worth making the time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But we never do. So yeah, I had something else I was going on that track. Anyway, so in addition to just like knowing that exercising is going to help me feel better, I have this extra motivation of knowing that I'm going to have to film and submit it to NBC and casting directors in a month or two. So then that's also helping to motivate me, like, okay, if you want a shot, you better get your butt to the gym and do more pull-ups and
Well, yeah, Allegra, with the video submission, that's you might already have enough help on that, but if you need some video help, I'm not an expert in that, but it's something that I find enjoyment. I'd love to be able to help out, and yeah, if seriously anything I can help with that, because I enjoy doing things like that. So let's definitely
that would
talk about
be
that.
that would be really awesome because like
Yeah,
last year my husband and I, well, mainly my husband, was teaching himself how to do Adobe like
yeah.
at the 11th hour trying to put together this video, which
Oh, okay.
is
Yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah,
Let's definitely
I'll
talk
send you
about
my
that.
the draft of my script and my ideas and tell me what
Perfect.
you think.
Yeah, 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 certainly. I'd love to work on that. And another thing you were talking about, I personally have had lower back chronic problems, specifically recently, last couple months. But you reminded me, I bought an inversion table, and for those folks who don't know what that is, you kind of put yourself on a table. It's like a therapy bed, and then you just are flipped, inverted, upside down. And
Did you
that's
ever see that Richard Pryor movie, The Toy?
I miss. No, no, no. I didn't see that. What?
It's from the 80s. It's like so inappropriate in today's world. Like
I like
Like,
Richard Pryor, but I missed that movie.
yeah,
I didn't
so
see that.
in it there's this like ditzy blonde woman, and she's on
Yeah.
it. It's a hilarious scene. You might be able to just Google it and just see that.
Yeah.
So
Have you
yeah,
used that
probably.
table before or been in it?
What's that?
Have you been in an inversion table? You've had it
I
done?
have. I
Yeah.
love them. I love hanging upside down. Like I have a yoga sling at home,
Okay.
so it attaches, and like I have like really long eye screws
Oh,
that go
okay.
deep into my door jamb.
Yeah, yeah.
And then so yeah, so I use a yoga sling, which don't try that at home if you're not trained. It's but
Yeah, you're right. But that helps you though, huh? That's pretty
oh
good.
yeah, like so like inversions,
Okay.
headstands,
Yeah.
handstands, yoga sling. I had an inversion table, but I had a weird one, and it
Okay.
like gave me vertigo when it flipped me over.
Oh, wow.
Um,
Okay.
but or like in Pilates off the Cadillac, you can hang off the Cadillac. I love that too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm a monkey. Anytime I can be hanging upside down or such, that's good.
Yeah, that's it's supposed to be really effective. And so overall, how have the workouts been? Would you say you got a lot of work here to get cracking? I guess to get the video submission going. What's your game plan? Like, what's your schedule look like?
It's like so every time I work out with Ryan, I'm like, okay, I'm going home. I'm doing more pull-ups because it's
Okay.
as a woman and as an older woman, it's like the upper body. The upper
Okay.
body is like it's tough to develop, and like
Yeah.
my husband, who like we kind of started at the same place,
Mm-hmm.
like he does like okay, it's not really this way, but it feels like he does three pull-ups and he's like raw. But but it's tough. And then so much of what I'm battling is the mental game too.
Oh yeah.
So like there's this obstacle called Cannonball Alley,
Mhm.
where so it's got these balls like this, and so you like grab it with your hand
Oh, okay.
like this, and you swing to the next one, and you grab that with your hand, and then
Wow.
and you're hanging over this pit. And I'm terrified of heights, and
Yeah.
and so it's, and I know I can do it. So
Yeah.
there's this TV show, I think it's called Hack Your Brain, where this guy like overcame like a mild fear of heights
Mm-hmm.
in 6 months to tightrope walk between two skyscrapers.
Oh, wow.
And he did it all in 6 months. And I figured if he could do it in 6 months, I can hack my brain in 8 months. And a lot of the stuff that he does is already stuff that I'm familiar with. Like he used Buddhist cognitive
Hmm.
meditation and other uh, like neuro linguistic programming and things like this.
Hmm.
And then also just doing it and just
Yeah.
continuing to move through that fear. And it's tough, but I'm the type of person where I move through my fear. Like if I'm scared of
Mm-hmm.
something, it's like I won't let it rule me. So uh, it's definitely scary. A few months ago, I spent a whole evening at the rock climbing gym at the bouldering wall. There's this thing called dinos where like you leap from one hole to another, and you're just kind of free falling.
Yeah.
And I would do it, and like the leap wasn't within my technical ability, so I knew I would miss.
Mm-hmm.
But it was the act of leaping and falling and leaping and falling and learning that it's okay to fall.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like last night I was bouldering and I was scared to go for this next hold, and it was right there. Like it's one of those moments, and like we've all had this moments, not necessarily on the rock climbing wall, but maybe in your career or your personal life, where you're
Mm-hmm.
like, oh my gosh, this is totally within my ability. It's right there. If I just reach up and grab it. And I didn't.
Mm.
And I fell anyway.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
So I probably should have reached and tried for the hold.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So it's such a great metaphor for life.
It
It's like
is.
reach and try. If you're gonna fall anyway, you might as well have tried.
Yeah.
Because I didn't try
Mm-hmm.
and I fell, and then I've got nothing to show for it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm. No, I like that philosophy. That's excellent. That's really, really good. I like that. And so, what does the schedule look like going forwards with the submission? Like, what's the timeline on this?
As of right now,
Hmm.
they haven't released any information regarding like submission.
Oh, okay.
So they opened up the online form that you fill out,
Yeah.
but they haven't told us how long the video needs to be. So last year it was 3 minutes. There's rumors they might drop it down to a 1 minute submission,
Okay.
which luckily I'm able to talk really quickly because I'll have a lot to say in my 1 minute.
If anybody can do it, you certainly can.
So, but it's because for me, it's about my story. It's
Yeah.
not like I'm not like I can't do those fancy spinny backflippy things,
Right.
it's
Yeah.
for me it's about my story and about inspiring people to keep fighting and
Yeah.
to go for that handhold, and to try. So and they haven't set the as of this moment, they haven't set the deadline yet.
Oh,
So, but
okay.
once again, we're expecting it to be beginning of January.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Very
so
cool.
we'll see.
I can't wait. I'll be like I said. Anything I could do to help,
That'd be
please.
awesome.
Yeah, let me know. We could work together on that video submission. Very good, Allegra. Well, one more thing I want to ask you before I let you go. If this is the first time anybody out there is watching you and doesn't not familiar with your WordPress, we're going to have that on the screen, obviously. But can you tell the folks what to expect if they check out your blog on Liberation Through Lyme?
Um, since I haven't updated in a while, maybe I'll have to go submit something tonight.
This gives you a good reason
Um,
to, I guess.
yeah, public accountability. I like this.
There you go. Yes.
So my blog is about. Well, I would not choose to have Lyme. I honestly believe that I'm better off because of it,
Yeah.
because of this journey. I've learned and grown in amazing, miraculous ways, and
Yeah.
so that's kind of the goal of my blog is to talk about that and talk about like how my spirituality has deepened
Good.
because of it, how my relationships with my friends has deepened, my relationship with myself.
Hmm.
Um, and I was always really driven, but um, I'm driven in a different way now, I think. So,
Excellent. Okay. Well, for anybody who wants to check that out, when we fade to black here momentarily, I'm going to have that website link right on the screen. And Allegra, it was so awesome to have you back on. I'm so excited to hear that you're going to be submitting for that. And anything I can do to help, we're definitely going to be rooting for you. All the GoTarryn viewers here are going to be supporting you. So let's definitely document this and have your journey. We need to have you back on next month for a
okay.
special holiday Christmas episode. And by that time, let's see how your training's going. And like you said, public accountability. We'll see how the workouts are going, how the rock climbing is going, and how everything else is feeling too.
I'll have my hashtag for the Ninja Warrior thing is Phoenix Rising because I rise from the ashes.
Oh, okay. I like
And so
that.
I'll
Yeah.
have T-shirts, and maybe all your viewers will buy T-shirts.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so that's hashtag Phoenix Rising
Phoenix with an F.
with an F.
So
Gotcha. Okay, okay. That's good. Okay, perfect. I'm glad we got that too. That's excellent. All right, Allegra. Well, that was terrific. Again, really appreciate you coming out here on a Monday. Coming out and talking to us, and can't wait to definitely talk to you in here and there future next month. Let's have you back on and see how
I'd
the
love.
trip's going. So that was Allegra Knight, everybody, of Liberation Through Lyme. Here comes her info right now, Allegra. We will see you later.
All right. Thank you.
All right, everybody, there you had the information. Liberation Through Lyme, Allegra Knight, back here on GoTarryn TV. We love having her here. And so, Allegra, thank you so much for that video blog. We're going to all be here supporting you for the Ninja Warrior American Challenge and helping you to get on that journey. So, everybody check her out. And once you get finished checking her out, I want you to also go to this website link at the bottom of your screen. www.GoTarryn.tv and tell 2 people about that website after you bookmark that as a favorite to your web browser. Also, if you could stay connected by these 3 methods, if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to like GoTarryn on Facebook, subscribe to GoTarryn on YouTube, follow GoTarryn on Twitter, and that way you will be socially networked with yours truly, Tarryn the Traveling Trainer of GoTarryn Personal Training, the master of the personal training universe, who always tells each and every one of you that with GoTarryn Personal Training, it's your time, it's your investment, it's your life. Thanks for watching today's video blog on this wonderful Monday, and enjoy the rest of your week. We'll see you on the very next video blog, everybody. Bye-bye.